Welcome back to Ricardo the Gadget Chef.
And Nick the Sous Chef.
And today I'm going to be showing how to debone thighs. There's your thigh right there. And I'm not a meat cutter, but I'm going to do my best to show you. I'm trimming it. And there's a piece right here. I call this a little nugget right here. I'm going to cut that off right there. It's right next to the bone. That's that. And you have to look for the bone right here. As you can see, you can't. Well, I take it back. You can't see it. So you follow the bone from the top to break the meat apart from the bone, and it takes about approximately a minute, maybe a minute and change. And if you have anybody that's handy with a knife, and you pull the bone up like so, this is a part of the bone right here, and it's so slippery, either with gloves or without gloves, it's slippery. I mean, real slippery. As you can see, I'm having trouble. And to be honest with you, my boning knife is not that sharp right now, so I'm struggling a lot. I wish my knife was a lot sharper. If not, I'll change knives. There you go. That's better. Yeah, that's 100% better. So I'll be getting my boning knife sharpened the first week of August. And you basically what you're doing, you're peeling the meat from the bone, and work around the bone, which I just did right now. There, I think that was 1 minute. And which on your thighs, you want the skin for the fact that's what's going to give it the flavor. And let me get another one. And you have to basically trim the excess fat. There's a fat right there. I'll take a look at it. I can see where the fat is at right there. Well, I can do it either way. Like that. And what I'm doing is I'm spreading the skin. And here's a little bit of fat right here. I'm going to take that off. Don't really need to take it off, but and here is the bone right here. Right there. So with a knife, I would be using the boning knife, but like it says, it has to be sharpened. So I'll have to improvise. And here's the bone, goes straight. I don't know if you can see it. I'll turn sideways. Goes side to side on the bone. And almost got it. And basically I'm shaving the sides of it. Right here I'll be able to use a boning knife, because I'm going to tuck it underneath. Be careful with your fingers. Make sure you wear a glove that's what do you call it, knife proof. There's that right there.
Or you guys just have to be really careful with knives.
And so far this is going pretty good. It's approximately a minute. Like it says, if anybody's handy with a knife, and guess what? We got this for 88 cents a pound, and it was Foster Farms. So for 88 cents a pound, it came out to $5 and change. And you can make literally. I think I got 10 pieces altogether. You can make dinner for 8 people. And where are you gonna have dinner for 8 people?
Except for McDonald's.
Except for McDonald's. And here's another one. I'll show the procedure. No, baby. Bandito.
Yeah.
That doesn't is filming right now. And Here's a little bit of fat right here. I'll get it from the bottom side because I can see it better on the bottom side. There's that. And here's a little bit of fat right here. I'll just trim that. Don't worry if you get a piece of meat. I mean, it's like a smidget. I'm going to try something different. No, it's too big. The blade's too big for that type of cutting. And then go side to side on the bone. And with your fingers, squeeze this right here. With your fingers, the tendon, ligament, whatever it is, right there, squeeze it. And then stick the boning knife. That's the only way it's going to work. And be careful because that's very, very sharp right there. They'll go right through your thumb or your finger or whatever. And I'm switching knives. I'm following the bone. Like I said, it's super slippery. What I'm going to do in the next one, I'm going to get a napkin. And there, I just did another one. I think it's about a minute. If there's any meat left over like that, don't worry about that. Save that for your beef stock. I mean your bone chicken stock. And there's another one done right there. And on my chickens, the thighs, I like using paprika, Spanish paprika, salt, pepper, granulated garlic, granulated onion, and I also have, I'll show it to you. Where's it at? And I have chipotle. Chipotle that I just got the other day.
They can't see it. I don't think they can see it.
Right there? We'll see, Nick. Right there?
Ew.
Right there? Can they see the cutting board?
I can see the chicken on the cutting board.
Can they see what I'm cutting right here, Nick?
Yeah, they can.
Okay. Again, take the fat out. Don't worry about those little pieces of meat. You can use it for your chicken stock. And the fat too. Leave the fat on there too.
Ooh.
And what I do, I use a mirepoix for the bones. I'm gonna cut this like into a square. As you can see, it's not a perfect square, but as you can see, it's like a square, almost a square. And I'm looking for the head. This is the head right here. I call it the head. And then go side to side on the bone, which I'm doing right now. And then again, and for some reason, on the opposite side, it was already loose, so I'll start from the other side. And as you can see, I'm shaving it, okay? Changing knives. Go right around the bone. Bone stock. Turn it around. Put the skin back on as nicely as possible. You got a little overhang there. It doesn't hurt to take it off because by the time you fry it, you'll just have an extra piece just hanging over. And as long as you got it covering the surface, and like I says, I like mine, my meat just like that. I mean the chicken, just like that. And I think I have one or two more left. And like I said, if you have anybody handy at the house, And make sure that your knives are sharp, sharp, sharp. And also, if you have those gloves for the meat cutters use, and that'll be your best bet to debone. But your best bet really is just to get the boneless thighs. You will have to be going through the trouble I am, but since I was on sale, I just took advantage of it. And as you can see, I'm gonna move this thing over. Nick, I don't know if they can see me.
They can see you.
Like so. But don't go all the way down because you're gonna cut the thigh in half. And like I said earlier, you pinch it right here as hard as you can. And very careful with this bone knife because that thing will poke a hole in you in less than 1 second. Now I'm going to switch knives. You got to use your fingers like locking your knuckles or fingers or whatever, however you say it correctly. Right now, I'm concentrating on deboning this chicken right here. I can see the end of the chicken bone right here. Again, stock and fat. That'll be your best stock ever. And I did cut it accidentally, which is no big deal. But the skin's holding it together. And well, what I'll do, take out the excess fat, and there you go. And when you sear it / pan fry, the skin will hold it right there. In case I repeat myself, I'm caught up in the moment. Oh yeah, I did explain all the ingredients. Well, that was it. Oh no, is that it? Oh, I did it. I'll be darned. Okay, it was 10 pieces approximately. And like I said, I'll give you the recipe right now. Salt, pepper, granulated garlic, granulated onion, chipotle, and the main one is going to be the Spanish paprika. That gives it an entirely different flavor. Well, actually, all the ingredients will give it flavor, but also use them to your discretion. And we'll be seeing you here about an hour from now. We're gonna do a taste test. We're gonna do a test, show you the process of searing the chicken and with the ingredients, and we'll be making some rice and beans later on. So we'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Nick, sign off.
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Make sure to hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you guys can get notified when we post a video. And
again, for the $5, where are you going to have a nice hearty meal?
Except for McDonald's.
But theirs is not hearty. Mine is hearty.
But we're gonna sign off. Bye.
Welcome back. After deboning the chicken, as you can see, I had 10 pieces altogether, but I donated 2. So,
right here.
And what I'm going to do is show you how I prep my chicken. I have sesame seed oil right here, and I'm going to just spray it lightly.
Did you get a new plate or did you wash that?
And now I'm going to start with all the spices. Generally, everybody starts with salt. And what I do, I use sea salt for health reasons, to have a better dinner with organic seasoning. And it's so fine, you have to be very careful because it comes out real fast. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dust it, and I don't think you'll be able to see it.
Hey, Victor, too?
Yeah, I think so.
And you can't see it, but it's actually flying in the air with the AC on. Next, I'll be using black pepper. And again, just slightly, because you have 4 more. Spices. Okay, you got these 2 out of the way. I'm going to put chipotle, because this is spicy, but this is going to be very, very, very little. And you'll barely see the color. Like I said, you don't want too much because it'll overtake the other spices. But you can't see it. I can see it on my end, but you can't. Okay. Granulated onion. Again, I call it dusting. You don't need that much. Granulated garlic. Again, just dust it. The AC is actually blowing the seasoning out. Have to do this one, but again. And last but not least, this is Spanish paprika. And with this, you can put a little bit more on it to give it color and of course flavor. Right there. As you can see, I'm putting a little bit extra. And what you want to do with this right here, you want to mask the chipotle because the chipotle is very, very spicy. Now, I'm flipping it, as you can see. And start the procedure all over again. Spray. This way it adheres to the spice will adhere. It will stick. Forgot to turn that one around. And Nick, remember to get a new spray bottle. Okay. And again, the salt lightly because it's very thin and it actually pours out. I wish you could see it close by. I mean, it literally comes out real fast. Pepper, same thing. Just dust it. It doesn't matter. I have granulated garlic right here.
I'm gonna use the back one.
Don't.
And granulated. Oh yeah, that was granulated onion. This is granulated garlic.
I'm just gonna wipe it down. So I don't have to use
You want to just put a little tab of
And where's the chipotle? I just misplaced the chipotle. Oh, right here. I went the opposite on this time, but it doesn't matter. Very lightly on the chipotle.
It's very hot.
And now, I have to shake this up. And Spanish paprika, you can go a little heavier on this paprika. It has a good flavor and has a lot of good color. Right there, that's it for that. And make sure you have a glove. What I do, I'll pat it just so it'll marry with the chicken. Well, actually, it'll marry with the sesame oil to the chicken. like so. And then just flip it around. And as you can see, by just turning it over, it married together. And for best results, let it sit in the fridge overnight. But if you're really hungry, let it sit for about an hour in the fridge, and then take it out for a half an hour so it'll be close to room temperature. And you'll have the best tasting thighs. And as I mentioned before to the other viewers, we're from Glendale, Arizona, and all the stores have very good sales, even though we have the COVID-19 going on right now. But like I said earlier, I had 10 pieces altogether, and like I said earlier, it came out to $5 and change. And this will serve, the 10 pieces will serve at least 6 people. Somebody will eat 2 pieces, and then you have your side dishes, rice, beans, squash, or whatever to your liking. And like I said, where are you going to have a good hearty meal for $5 and change, including your squash? And if you have Spanish rice, Mexican rice, white rice goes with this, and beans of your choice too. For me, it would be homemade pinto beans with my seasoning and so on and so forth. Okay, you got to see it. We'll see you in approximately an hour, because I'll be having dinner within an hour. Thanks.
Bye. Hold on. Bye.